Weak masculinity is rearing its ugly head at every level within our society, within Western culture. We have an epidemic of weak men, and nobody seems to recognize this. Nobody seems to want to talk about it. Nobody even seems to acknowledge all the areas of where weak masculinity and weak men are at every level in our society, because weak men are at every level in our society. And this is a very troubling fact that we have to examine, because weak men create hard times and weak men do not win hard wars. So I got 5 areas that I've come up with where we see masculinity faltering at every level. Before we get into it, I just want to remind you guys, hit the like button, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel. If you guys like me and my content and want to share it, or if you guys want to donate or support, I appreciate it. It means a lot. Area number 1 where masculinity is showing its weakness in our society: blue collar work. Their blue collar workers are having trouble replacing their current workers, because the new age modern men do not have a desire to go outside and do the hard jobs that are necessary to keep our society maintained and going. Blue collar work is what holds the society together. And it helps mold a part of your masculinity, because as a young man, you should be outside doing stuff. You shouldn't be in the office in the air conditioning with a suit on. If you have that skill set, do your thing. I'm not shaming you guys out of being out of the corporate office, but those are for skill sets of men, for a particular set of men that had those skill sets. Most men won't be in offices. Most men don't have a desire to be in the office. So we need to promote these areas of blue collar work, mechanics and, truck drivers. And I was a truck driver. I talk about it all the time, right? Plumbers, electricians, all these jobs need to be promoted. And guess what? Blue collar work is one of the easier ways to make a lot of money. It's the quickest way probably to 6 figures. You can get there a hell of a lot faster doing blue collar work and owning a blue collar business than working in the corporate office. I'm just gonna tell you that right now, right? So we need to promote men being strong and doing the hard things and going outside and building fences and doing being on the oil rig, because these are the jobs that are going to maintain our society, and they pay well, and this is what men have always done. Entertainment. We see it in sports, movies, and music. Now, sports used to be very, very violent, very, very competitive. You look at the 90s with Michael Jordan, and you look at baseball in the 80s, right? You had catchers trying to protect the plate and runners running full speed trying to run over the catcher because he's blocking the plate, and that's the only way he could score the run, right, was to hurt the catcher. You have football where if a wide receiver went across the middle, he was going to get hit. And if you were a wide receiver that could catch a slant and take that hit, or wasn't afraid to take that hit, you were highly respected in the NFL. But now we got flopping in basketball. We have targeting. You have penalties for the smallest things. Movies. There's no movies like Man of Steel, like Hulk, where it shows raw masculinity. Men fighting, men being violent, men being logical, men standing for something, right? It's always some kind of alternate agenda, whether it's rainbow ideology or feminist ideology. They always implement one of those ideologies within the movie. It's not just straight masculinity, men fighting and believing for what they believe in and defending territory. It's just crazy. And it's the same thing with music. You have effeminate artists that are being promoted for being effeminate. You see it in relationships. Just look at the simp epidemic. Guys are overvaluing women that they don't even know. Giving compliments to women they don't even know. Commenting on photos and giving emojis as if they're going to ever see this person in real life. Lastly, politics and religion. I mean, hell, we can't even decide what a man and a woman is in Congress. You have pastors that embrace feminist ideology and cater specifically to their female audience. That's why you don't see as many men in churches nowadays, because the men have figured out that the pastor has an alternative motive. He's trying to keep his money. He's trying to keep his power. And so he's going to cater to whatever audience that means in order to keep his place in the church. Businesses have done the same thing. You look at Target, you look at Anheuser-Busch. These ideologies of weak men and the ideologies of the rainbow and the feminist are in a combination ruining all the things that we enjoy watching, all the things that we enjoy for entertainment, all the things that we need in order to keep a society structured, in order to keep family and traditions going. Those three things, weak masculinity, rainbow, and feminist ideology, are destroying our society as we know it at every level. And nobody cares to stand up, to say something. At all. That's my video. You guys like, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts in the comment section. If you guys want to support the show, all the ways you can support are in the description below. I appreciate you guys watching to the end. You guys have a good day, good week. Stay motivated, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.